Today we explore a neighborhood with a unique guide and local shop owner, Matthew, father of superstar Jeon Seomi. And yes, I had to mention it before we began. So let's start.
It's time to explore a new neighborhood, Yeonhuidong, because that's what we do in this channel. We explore all of Seoul's 467 neighborhoods. Now you may know this neighborhood for its Chinese presence, or maybe delicious mud chips, or its proximity to Yonsei University.
Yeonhui is north of Hongdae and west, right next to Yonsei University.
But I bet you didn't know that this neighborhood has a huge area that is up for redevelopment. And that's where we start exploring today. So let's do this. So I never realized how huge Yeonhuidong is. So I brought my beloved friend and most trustful companion, my bicycle. That's the only way we can cover the entire neighborhood today. So it's really interesting to see yet another Jacob area. Always a bit sad to see all these empty buildings. You can imagine how it once was. And the machines have entered the area, so it's gonna happen soon. That's why I came to Yeonhuidong first today. Now let's see what's going on.
If you spend some time in Seoul, you will notice this wall painting, especially in and around the Hongdae area. I'm unsure who and why this person does it, but I will find out one day.
So what often happens is people move out and sometimes they leave their pets in the neighborhood, and luckily there are still people taking care of these pets, usually cats, right? So you can see some food for the cats that the flies are now enjoying, because every time when I go to these Jacob areas you see the same thing over and over again. Buildings are empty, lots of stuff is left behind. They will mark the buildings with a red circle to show that the people moved out.
I thought everyone moved out already, but apparently not. Not yet. I came across this man who still lives in one of the basement homes, so I decided to have a little chat.
지금 어디에 사세요? 언제 나가야 돼요?
우리 보상이 좀 적어서 저런 보상 좀 해달라고 변호사한테 소송 걸었거든요. 그래가지고 그게 이제 한 3년 끌다 보니까 이제 판사가 이번에는 이제 마지막으로 재판을 해준다고 판결해 준다고 하니까 그걸 기다리고 있어요 지금. 근데 이제 문제는 집까지 계신 분들이 나가냐 안 나가냐는 문제죠.
네네네.
아직 전체적으로 아직 확인을 다 안 된 상태죠.
여기 아직도 여기 없어요. 네.
사람들이 왔다 갔다 하는데 너무 우거져가지고 내가 시간만 있으면 와서 이거 꺾어놓는데
네.
저쪽에 아직 사람들이 살고 있잖아요.
저기서 나는데 혹시 어디서 나왔어요? 뭐 때문에 그러시는 거예요?
아니야 이 양반 저기 저쪽에 있는 사람들 저기니까
원래 촬영을 함부로 막 하면 안 되셔가지고
촬영 안 하는 게 아니야.
이거 카메라 지금 촬영하는 거 아니에요?
네.
촬영하는 거 아니에요?
왜요?
여기 원래 저희 조합 측 관리하는 데라서 촬영을 막 하시면
There's a first time for everything. And this was the first time someone with a Daiso made security t-shirt told me to stop filming in the redevelopment area. He showed no identification as he interrupted the interview and followed me for some time. What are they afraid of? Is it an intimidation game?
Good luck.
이거 하시면 안 돼요.
It's actually quite mysterious why this guy doesn't want me to film here. And I'm going to show you now the place where they have done the Jacob already. I guess that the buildings that they have built over there are going to be built here as well. So let's check it out.
And by the way, you must do better if you want to be Banksy.
So now we get to the part that has been developed, brand new Prugio apartments. You get an idea of what that area where we were before is going to look like. This bloody rain. Anyhow, so here the whole area has been developed. On the left side, brand new apartment buildings, Prugio. On the right side, it seems like the old buildings are still there, but instead of all the older shops that we had in that Jacob area, here new ateliers, nice wine bars, like a little bit high-end shops have entered in these buildings. And this is kind of the image that I had of Yeonhuidong. But we're not in the downtown Yeonhuidong yet, but these are signs that also this area, and I guess because of those new apartment buildings, it's gonna be more hip, trendy. So guys, now we go to the more downtown area of Yeonhuidong, and I'm cycling through an area that you might or can consider as the Beverly Hills of Korea. There are probably a few more places in a city like this, but this is where a lot of diplomats, foreign residents live, politicians, even a couple of presidents have lived in this neighborhood. But I'm on my way to a shop that I think represents Yeonhuidong pretty well. They sell smoked salmon, and I want to bet all my money that that's the best salmon I've ever had. I wouldn't say this if I don't mean it, and I really mean it. This channel is only real stuff. So let's check it out. And in the meantime, enjoy the villas around me, because Yeonhuidong is also, at least that's what I notice, an area with not so many high-rise. And that's becoming more rare and rare these days in Seoul. It's quite interesting to see because all these houses are huge and they all have walls around them, like they're some kind of castles defending their territory, afraid of theft and crime. But it's probably a really safe area to live in. So the shop I was talking about is Longboat Smoke, and it's right here in the middle of Yeonhuidong. Let's check it out. Hey, good morning.
Welcome.
You're closed today.
Yeah, we're closed today. I only open for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
What a shitty day.
yeah, actually, rainy days are kind of nice. It reminds me of like this is like Netherlands weather.
It is,
for a
it
bike
definitely
ride.
is.
Yeah.
I just told the people that this is the best salmon in the country,
You know what? I think we can say
in the world.
we're close. This is where we sell it. It's smoked in there. We process it downstairs. We get the freshest salmon we possibly can, and we sell it here. Of course, on the days that we are not open, like today, it's all taken away. This is our smoker. It's from Czechoslovakia. This is where the wood goes in here.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah, wood goes in here.
Yeah.
Wood goes in there, and then it shakes and it goes down, burns, and then goes into the smoker.
Hey, I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, how are you? I wish I could film the smell, but it smells really good.
Oh, does it? Okay, yeah,
like
because
the
it's
smoke
funny.
smell, man.
Yesterday I didn't use the smoker. I came in here and then I went out and then I went to someone's house. They said, "Oh, where did you go for lunch?" Nowhere. I didn't.
To give you an idea of where we have been, this is the redevelopment area, and here is the development area. But now we are here, in the Longboat Smoker salmon shop.
Welcome to the salmon lair.
Into the basement.
So down here is office slash get stuff ready to go.
Do I hear Viking music?
You do.
No way.
Yeah, I'm playing Viking now.
Why is there Viking music in the background?
We're called Longboat Smoker. Being Dutch, that Friesland was settled by Vikings. But I was looking for something that I could be proud of. I'm proud of my Dutch heritage. I love smoking salmon. Call it Longboat Smoker. So we have a longboat, and we don't use Canadian salmon. We use Norwegian salmon only.
And Yeonhuidong, how's it treating you? How's it treating an international family?
I wouldn't want to live anywhere else in Seoul.
When you visit Yeonhui, you won't find many, if any, franchises. And the people who have shops in Yeonhui are of high quality and probably won't quickly disappoint.
They went overseas in the 90s, Koreans in general, and they came back and they started doing something. Whatever it was they had an interest in. So some people went to overseas and they were interested in beer. So they studied that, they came back and opened up a microbrewery and they do it with a little bit of a twist, and it turns out to be just as good, if not better, than what it was.
But didn't you say last time that those people often they come to Yeonhuidong?
Those people are everywhere, but they don't have a lot of money, but they've got all this talent. They're not commercialized, huge enterprises or anything, but they're very talented. First they came, I guess, to Hongdae area, and then Hongdae became very commercialized. Yeah. And I don't mean they as in 50 people. I mean that whole generation, right? And then they move over and they were in Yeonnam-dong. Yeonnam-dong became very expensive. And so now they're in little places in Yeonhuidong. I can take you to a place, this woman, she studied in France, she makes Madeleine pastries better than in France.
How would you call these people? Like craftsmen or artisans?
I would say artisans.
Artisans?
Artisans.
Oh, artisans.
I can't just visit without trying the best salmon one more time. And Matthew plans to serve this particular dish in a new location in Yeonhui. And not just any place. You will see it later.
So we plan to open up a shop, and it'll be at probably one of the most famous buildings in Yeonhui.
I would die for salmon, seriously. I'm not a mukbanger at all.
Okay, yeah, man.
I usually don't film food, but this is fantastic.
But before Matthew shows me these places in downtown Yeonhui, let me show you one of the mountains in Yeonhuidong. It is a mountain with a good story, but also shows you that Yeonhui is more than commerce and residential villas.
First I have to conquer this steep hill. So, Yeonhuidong has several mountains. Now I don't have the time to climb all the mountains. Climbing already one mountain It's a lot of work that I do for you. But this mountain in particular is a mountain that I want to show you. Its official name is not Baxter 104. That was the name given during the Korean War. Let's see, let's go up here. While we're going up, I might as well explain something about the name. Yeonhuidong. Next to Yeonhuidong is Yeonhuidong. Now, Yeonhuidong, the name Yeonse, derives from Yeonhui College, former Yeonhui College, and Severance Hospital, so combined Yeonse. Now south of Yeonhuidong is Yeonnam-dong, and Yeonnam-dong used to be part of Yeonhuidong, but they built the Gyeonggi railroad line and they cut through the area, and then they decided, well, Yeonnam-dong feels different now, let's make it a separate neighborhood. So Yeonnam means south of Yeonhuidong. Now the name Yeonhuidong itself originates from Yeonhui-gung, one of the early Joseon palaces that used to be where Yonsei University is now. So if you go to the entrance of Yonsei University, if you search well, you will find a plaque, a stone commemorating a description referring to Yeonhui-gung Palace. But the palace itself is gone. 안녕하세요. 여기 뭐 하세요?
운동 갔어요.
아직도 운동 많이 해요?
예, 그 철봉이에요.
어떻게 해요?
이게 철봉하는 거지.
아, 그럼 스트레칭?
예. 여기 이렇게 올라타고 그럼.
와.
이제 나이 먹으니까 안 돼요, 이제. 여기.
그, 혹시 나이 어떻게 되세요?
예?
나이 어떻게 되세요?
90 하나.
90 하나?
예.
No way. 90 하나? 아니에요, 안 믿어요. 한국 전쟁 기억하세요?
예, 알지.
그때는 어디에 사셨어요?
그때는 내가 충남 태안, 충청남도 태안.
네.
거기서 그 육묘사변을 맞았지.
그럼 제가 올라가야 돼요?
예.
한번 올라가야 돼요?
나하고 갈까? 같이?
같이? 오케이. 네. 괜찮아요? 걸어가요? 와. So we're now going to the top of the mountain.
이게 백사.
백사, 네.
해발 104m라는 얘기야.
네.
그래서 백사고지요.
104m.
그 104m의
네.
해발 높이 이게.
네.
여기가 해발 104 높이가 이게 백사고지야. 근데 이제 육묘사변 때의 전쟁이 여기서 해서 그래서 백사고지야. 이게 여기 백사정이라는 거거든.
오, 한자로?
응, 백사정.
아.
백사정. 이게 내가 쓴 거예요.
네.
내가.
아, 그래요?
내가 한 거예요.
아, 그래요?
내가 그렇게 글씨 써서 여기다 붙인 거예요.
아, so 할아버지 wrote this down
예.
28 years ago.
예.
그럼 연희동 어때요?
좋지. 여기 바로 여기 밑에서.
네. 그 다른 동네보다 여기 뭐가 제일 좋아요?
다른 동네보다도
네.
요 연희동이 산이 이렇게 안아줘서 여기 안에 사는 사람들은 나쁜 일이 별로 없어. 살기가 좋아.
아, 그래요?
외국인도 뭐 여기 많이 와.
아.
미국 분들이
네.
새 얻어서 사는 분들이 연희동에 많이 와.
아.
그게 편안한 자리야. 외국 사람이나 한국 사람이나 여기 와서 살면은 편안하게 살아.
네, 진짜 오늘 이렇게 고맙습니다.
네, 고맙습니다.
네네네.
네.
네, 감사합니다. It's sometimes so inspiring to talk to the elderly in Korea. Even if you don't really understand them, there's this body language that is so peaceful and so happy making. And this man, with his 91-year-old guy, coming here, climbing the mountain, doing undong, being a local in Yeonhuidong, knows a lot about the history, is truly inspiring to meet. And so friendly.
I came to Baxter Mountain to find a commemoration stone of the crucial Korean War battle that happened here. A turning point in the war as the Marines took over the hill from the North Koreans after the Incheon landing. Still, this stone is hard to find and not accessible from the mountain, so you must go around to find it.
Ta-da! There it is. Hidden behind all the villas. No person in the world can find this. There it is, guys. The monument, the big Baxter Monument, with a nice little view over Yeonhuidong, Hapcheong in the distance. And if you want to know more about the history and the battle, there's the description here. Unfortunately, only in Korean, but for that we have quite functional Papago to translate Korean text. Just take a photo, application will translate everything. No problem. That is the current monument, but some time ago, there used to be a different monument right here, this location. So you have to go down the stairs here, and then mind you head for this tree. Beautiful tree, by the way. Off the trail to the right, this is where the old commemoration stone is. This was the first one to commemorate Baxter Monument. This is a cool stone. So the old one and the new one over there. You can check out both. Matthew's gonna bring me on a ride, and I'm pretty sure that I have to wear this helmet. This is a horse riding helmet,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I got it for you. I thought you looked good in it.
I look so stupid, but it's okay.
This road is in the middle of Yeonhuidong. It's kind of split Yeonhuidong in half. On that side are larger houses. There's one former president that's been there. On this side are large houses, but the smaller houses too, and this is more commercialized. So we'll go here. Alright, that's like a little bit of rain.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's Dutch weather.
In the Netherlands we say we're not made of sugar.
That's what I say. Really? You guys say that in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
No, that's what we say. That's a Dutch expression.
You see here, they've taken like garages and then like transform them into shops, and they're pretty eclectic, and lots of little shops here and there.
The basement shops are really a thing here. And yes, the neighborhood has endless artisans. But let me give you a quick tour impression. We have the bagel man who spent bagel time in the US.
What is
All right.
it? What is
Thanks
it,
so much.
Patrick? What is it?
Oh, it's a wholly different thing with scallion.
The famous Mother's Table.
And they serve food here that they would serve their family at home.
Yeah.
There's no MSG, nothing, and it's just damn awesome.
Customized jewelry, and yes, this is cool. And the owner, she is cool too.
Style and technique she uses. She's actually a professor at a university too. She
No
teaches,
way.
Yeah, jewelry smoke. Yeah.
Oh.
So this is something that I bought abroad. It's a topaz, and we're gonna make that into a ring. Let's bang some silver.
There's nothing better than seeing the workplace of an artisan. It's always
Yeah.
so much. It's like really.
열불림하고
Yeah, she. 여는 왜 주신 거예요?
지금 그 뭐지? 딱딱해가지고 이렇게 시뻘개지면 부드러워지거든요.
Which one do I need? Oh, this one because
Because why?
there's no color.
There's no color.
It looks like it's the oldest one. Anik, my daughter, made her ring here. Somi's got a ring. It's really expensive. She bought just the aquamarine. Was it? How much was it for the aquamarine? Like 1,000만 원? Just
직접 골랐어요, 소미가.
she went and picked it out directly with some, and the aquamarine gem itself was just like $10,000 just for the gem.
Oh, wowie.
Delicious pastry on the other side. I tried and it was the best.
Comes Anita. That's so sweet.
You gotta try that later.
Yeah, I will.
The motherlands learned their France, but they now do it even better, so we heard. And I can vouch for that. And even customized leather goods. Matthew is a real man of the neighborhood and is even friends with the neighborhood doggo, whose name is...
안녕하세요. He looks so happy to see you.
See the smile? He's so fast. He's so fast. Gone.
Wow.
His name is Yeonhuidong, and they call him Yeonhuidong because he's like gray, 흰색, like 흰색, and Yeonhuidong because his name is Yeonhuidong. Yeonhuidong, right?
Yeonhui-dong, yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Yeonhui-dong. Bye.
Let's not forget the famous building Matthew will move in to sell some.
In 1980, right?
Yeah.
1980. So his name is Jung-up, and then in 1980, this building was built. This is his last one that he built.
Yeah.
It took 2 years to build. Soon this will be renovated, and not like it'll be renovated to its natural state as much as possible. And this gentleman spent a lot of time overseas, and this is like the history of Yeonhuidong. People that have spent time overseas doing something, doesn't mean they learn how to do it and come back. It means that they've seen other things and they come back. As Korea's a peninsula, you can only go up, right?
Yeah.
But they go overseas, they see things, and they're doing their thing, and they come back, and they're influenced by a lot of things, but they also have this, their own. Korea's a very homogeneous society.
Right.
Right? So they bring that to the table, and they do something amazing. And this is a building that I said to myself when I first saw it, I didn't know the history behind it. Holy shit! they make a very good imitation of a ancient building or something. That's what I thought to myself.
Yeah.
And then I realized later it was all real. It wasn't like MDF board or something. Like the staircase in here, it's a winding staircase. It goes from the basement all the way to the top, and all hand sanded, and it was amazing. 44 years old, I think, about this building is.
Kim Jong-up has made some impressive buildings and constructions. Look at this. He will be covered more in depth in other
The
neighborhoods.
last thing he built this, and I think he was going to live here. Then he built something for the Olympics in '88, and then he passed away.
Is Yeonhui worth a visit? Oh yes, definitely. If not only for the food. It's a pleasant neighborhood with a good atmosphere. I guess to survive in this neighborhood as a store, you must be good. Real good. There's also the foreign school and the west gate of Yonsei University, giving it youthful energy. Yonsei will be marked on my map as artisans in low rise. See you next time in Inzedong. Welcome to my dong. Houdoe.